Well, most parents genuinely want the best for their child. Some, though, develop toxic patterns, which can greatly impact a child's self-esteem and well-being. Psychotherapist Mary Jo Rapini is live with me with 5 tactics that could be damaging our kiddos well into adulthood. Good morning, Mary Jo. I think that a lot of us are guilty of at least 1 or 2 of these on the list, maybe all 5. This is a judge-free zone. So let's go ahead and run through them here. Number 1, you say comparing one sibling to another.
That's right. And Sally, I think why this is so important is it's good. I mean, most parents are really good, but it's easy to cross that line when you go too far. And this is one of them. When you compare your siblings, there's a winner and a loser. And the one who loses, oftentimes you'll see more animosity and the kids won't work together because they're vying for attention from the parent.
Yeah, that can create that sibling rivalry, right?
Right.
The second one you say is yelling at your children. That is a toxic behavior that we need to work through.
And we all do that at some times, but when you consistently do that, you confuse your child and it really stunts their emotional growth because they worry, they're full of depression and anxiety, and we see that a lot in our offices right now, especially. It's important that you talk softly, and if you lose control, you leave the room.
And shaming children for how they're feeling, if they feel sad about something, if they feel like they can't sleep, you should validate those feelings, not shame.
Exactly. You know, the home is where the child learns that how they feel really matters. And it's much better to allow your children to feel what they feel rather than shaming them. When you shame them, you make them feel guilty and ashamed of what they're feeling, and they learn not to share their feelings with you or any other person in their adult life. Many times this leads to violent behaviors, anger, and depression as a grown-up.
And you say avoid blaming your children. What can that lead to?
Well, when you blame your children for making you lose control, basically what you're doing is you're telling your kids that they have to behave perfect or you'll lose it. You're trying to teach your children that everybody is responsible for their feelings and their actions, and you don't do that when you model something differently for your child. If you lose control, then you take control of what you're feeling and remove yourself from the situation.
Ah, that's a good one. Okay, and then finally, you say another toxic behavior is when you withhold love or affection as a form of punishment.
That's right. When you make your child have to be worthy or perfect in order to accept your love and attention, you're teaching your child that they're only lovable when they're perfect or they behave well. What ends up happening is your child doesn't share with you the times they make a mistake. They begin lying or withholding as they get older into adolescence. If you don't want to create a child who lies, then you want them to be open with you and be able to share how they feel. And even when they fail, you still love and hug them.
Man, parenting is hard, Mary Jo. I need this whole conversation in my mind throughout the day.
It's hard for all of us.
Yeah.
Even psychologists, it's really hard. So just keep up the good work and we'll make it.
Right. Maybe small steps, change little things at a time. All right. Thank you.